Cash mobs have been sprouting up throughout the United States recently and are modeled after flash mobs, events where large groups of people gather together to celebrate artistic expression. Cash mobs add the element of supporting local businesses by encouraging people to show up as a group with a $20 bill and use it to support the local economy. On February 4, 2012, in Alachua County, Florida, a group collaborated to put on a cash mob event at the 441 Farmers Market in an effort to support multiple locally owned businesses.
This event is it's called a cash mob, and it's just an example of what happens when 500 or 1,000 community residents hopefully come and make a commitment to spend $20 investing back into the local farm economy and get the freshest produce for them and their families to enjoy.
That $20 impact is, is huge because, when you spend money locally, it ripples, and has a trickle effect in the rest of the economy, especially if you're going with local vendors.
There's no place that $20 would get you as much good, nutritious, excellent stuff as it does here.
They're starting to have special vegetables. They've got ordinary vegetables and they've also got the special vegetables.
Space-age broccoli in an old-time farmer's market. That is the future.
Any way you do a potato, you can mash it, boil it, fry it, use it raw in a salad. These are $2. Nice radish here today. That's a 50-cent bin right there.
Oh, I'm taking a 50-cent radish.
Okay, good deal. There's more health in that than a whole bottle of pills.
I know that.
It's a whole lot cheaper. Tastes better too.
Oh, the nutritional benefits of local food are absolutely incredible. First of all, the food is picked right before you buy it, so you're getting it at the peak of freshness when the maximum number of vitamins and antioxidants are going to be available to you. And then you've also got the biodiversity that's created by buying local foods, because when you buy local foods, it allows farmers to grow a bunch of different varieties because they don't have to ship them across the country. And so they can grow things that need to be picked when they're ripe instead of that dreaded tomato that's picked in California when it's green and then shipped across the country and ripens in transit and still tastes like the cardboard box.
Local food is really about community and a love of place. And I think people are reinvesting in their commitment to place and to community like never before. And part of the terrible troubles we've had with our economy has really helped focus people's attention on what is important, and home and community. This is where it is. And I'm really proud to see the turnout today, because this is something that everyone can rally behind and rally for. Eating healthy, being healthy, supporting the earth that supports us, and the people that go to all the effort to bring that food to market.
But we've been lulled into a false sense of food security because we've had such cheap energy, fertilizer, pesticides, herbicides, transportation, packaging, all depend on cheap, easy oil. And oil is now over $100 a barrel, so things are going to be changing.
When you buy from a farmer that's at the farmer's market, you are providing his income. There's no middleman, there's no extra place for the money to go. It's not like when you buy at a big box store where the money goes to the corporate headquarters.
It makes much more sense, I think, to have a more local food base, especially in a world where energy is going to become much more scarce and much more expensive. And so communities that move forward with local food and a local food economic base are going to be much more secure and have a much better environment.
To have food security means a lot more jobs in our area, which keeps our community stronger, it keeps our taxes lower. Again, we build a lot of trust, and in good times and bad times, having trust and relationship is so important to having a strong community in all of its aspects for all of its citizens.
I think citizens face obstacles and challenges with respect to accessibility to locally grown food due to the number of hours during the week that locally grown food is commercially available, such as at events like this. grocery stores that have food from all over the world are open long hours, but actually farmers markets such as this with locally grown food are unfortunately only available for a short period of time.
I figured an estimate of about 2% of the food that we consume here in Alachua County is actually local food. The other 98% comes from outside the county.
I don't think a lot of people know, but grocery stores only have 3 days supply of food. And if there are big disruptions, like when that spinach scare happened, everything shut down. So it gives us local control, local quality, freshness that protects our health. That's really important. We can get to know our farmers and our neighbors, and that builds trust and relationship, which is a huge part of having a true community that's resilient.
You know, what's really important, I think, for our community to understand is that the origins of all this great local food that we buy really comes from composting. All of these gardeners, all of these farmers that are out here, every one of them utilizes the best they can of the resources that they have. So what we like to encourage people to do is start, at least personally, take responsibility and have backyard composting if you can. Put that stuff in your backyard, compost it, decompose it, and get the beneficial reuse of a reusable soil amendment later. So we should be doing the same thing and following it all the way through. It's part of the cycle. It's closing the loop. It's what we all need to do.
Local food markets account for a small but growing share of total U.S. agricultural sales. Leveraging the power of social media with a minimum investment of resources, the February 4th Cash Mob helped create an event with an estimated 800 people and $11,000 in additional economic impact. This was a substantial increase in the numbers for this farmers market. Annualized, this has the potential to create $724,000 to $1.2 million in economic multiplier effects and 9.5 jobs at $50,000 per year. Based on this, a strong argument can be made that people are hungry to create relationships with local farmers and buy their food directly.
Farmers markets are a great community and a great way to create a community for yourself if you don't have one.
Well, the turnout for the Cash Mob is great. I think it looks successful, and it really does contribute to a better community because it creates greater awareness for locally grown food and local farmers markets.
Let's pick a tomato that'll show up good.
Okay, good idea. Thanks for being a ham for me.